very funny. Now, if I was in charge...
But you aren't, Beachhead. First comes Hawk, then Duke, then me, and finally you.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll change someday.
All right, what's good? What's good? First of all, thank you to everybody that's been supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share it, I guess. Might as well. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Might as well. Well, this is Pleasant Valley Sea Yard. First of all, this is going to be a good time video, man, as is in the title. There ain't no shenanigans here. Ain't no fighting cellies. Ain't no bickering with the homies. None of that. This was a fun fucking yard, and I'm going to start it off hot. In this yard, this is where I go. I get told I got level 4 points, and I'm going at the hatchet. But before that, I won the football pool. When the Green Bay Packers lost to the Denver Broncos, I picked Denver in a pool that a Cubano would do. He would roll with the Pisces and the homies on Sea Yard. Cubano dude, real sangron, real like good dude, and he would argue with some of the homies and shit when we played cards and dominoes and shit like that, right? Cool old school dude, right? He was running multiple pools, and I got into the pool of just pick who you think is going to win, and then what the total score is in the Super Bowl from the beginning of the playoffs to the end. I picked Denver. I just felt it. I knew it. I just did shining sharp. Terrell Davis, Ed McCaffrey, that defense, Mike Shanahan. I don't want to go down that road. I picked 55 points. The score was 31-24. And I like, as I said in my former videos, I do have one last Tehachapi story coming up. I heard that Super Bowl, me and my celly in orientation, the block that we were in orientation in 4 years. All right, Pleasant Valley Sea Yard. That's where I got some tattoos from the homie from the Harbor area. He was from Harbor City. This is, I'll say certain names. This is all love and respect, homie. All right. Other than that, I was a tattoo. Cool. My celly was from Inglewood. 40 ounce. Anybody remember that neighborhood back in the day? Real good, cool celly, man. Like sports, like rap, like a little bit of rock. You know, we'd one-on-one Pinochle. We'd spread. We had both TVs because homies had TVs. You know, we didn't have to share. And I wasn't, you know what, homie, you can call me a tightwad. I wasn't really into sharing my TVs. I was a 90210 guy in Melrose Place, and some of the homies didn't, you know? So it was what it was. So, real cool as fuck. But this was a yard that I became a fucking penologist, bro. A master in Pinochle. Ladies and gentlemen, me and Cartoon from Eastside Longo, who was my road dog on this particular yard, we demolished most opponents in Pinochle, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe I set a double run. 100%. You want to know why? Because I had aces. And my celly had aces. And this guy had a bare, bone-dry double run. His partner maybe had 2 meld. Well, fantastic. How that happened? I had 1,000 aces. And damn near a double run in diamonds. And my celly, my partner, my road dog, Cartoon from Eastside Longo, had aces. Excuse the kids upstairs. All right, so my bad. We set a double run. That's what it is. Because I was editing the video and I realized I messed up. We set a double run. I believe I almost had 1,000 aces. And Cartoon had aces. So his partner didn't have anything. And so he played Trump. Got to Cartoon. Cartoon took it with his ace. Came back to me. He threw Trump. I got him off his aces. After that, he was done. And that's how we set his double run. And me and Cartoon pulled a Boston. I think it was another one of those things where I think I might have had 1,000 aces, and I think Cartoon had aces. I mean, we played so much Pinochle, but guaranteed, 100%, me and Cartoon from Eastside Longo pulled a Boston, and we set a double run. Okay, outside watching dinosaurs. Ladies and gentlemen, I run Trump. I get straight to Cartoon. He runs all his Trump. And then I get back to it. He gets back to me and fucking, gets back to me and Trump. I run my aces. I've already counted all the aces, bro. I count an offsuit, which I had like a 10. I played a 10. After this, bro, yard recall on every book. Boston. I remember when we were down like 40 fucking bucks to some woods. We came all the way back up to get at least 2 cases of soup each, canteen bag. We were serious. I come out with the canteen bag of shit I was gonna lose. All right, I was a monster in Pinochle. Me and Cartoon were at that time 97 to the end of the year because I left January, obviously, to Tehachapi. So then good times, right? Little handball. We worked out. This is 97. This is right before they took the weights. Here's another fun fact. My celly, the homie from Inglewood, 40 ounce, did not like the hamburgers. So we would make a trade. I'd give him my pizza. He'd give me his hamburger, fellas. Fantastic, bro. He had cantina. It was a great time. We were always spreading. Always spreading. One of the homies had the special package, chipotle. I still kind of use that to this day. I obviously, I was known as Cadillac. Bands, make a Cadillac, fool. Let's play. I make a Cadillac. I would use to get the special package. I get my mom would send me French vanilla international coffee, and I use it for like a creamer. See, I'm getting all excited, bro, because this was fucking fun. All right, we would play Hold'em. Before it was called Hold'em, before I knew it to be Texas Hold'em, it was 7 Cardinal Peak. It was played just like Hold'em. It's not 7 Cardinal Peak, 7 Card Stud. We'd play that. We could play 7 Cardinal Peak. Well, what is it called? What you got in your hand, you can't see. You just go off the river, what they call now. The flop or the river. No, the flop is here, whatever. You go off the river, right? We play Follow the Bitch. Anybody remember that? There was 2 ways to play that. Everything in your hand, and on a queen pops up on the flop, right? Is that what it is? On the river. And the card after the queen is wild. That was one way. And if a queen popped up on the flop, it was always wild. But if you had, if the card after it was wild as well, and you had that card in your hand, you could use it. I might be fucking it up, but maybe some of you guys know. It was a lot of gambling, bro. A lot of chilling. Homies would play chess. You know, you had 2 tables. You had Pinochle and you had poker. 7 cardinals. Let me go. Follow the queen. 7 Cardinal Peak, regular 7 card. There was baseball, there was Alaska, there was low ball, there was high ball. There's a bunch of fucking games, bro, and we'd all just play. Homies from, 2 homies from Eastside Longo, homie from Harbor City, 2 homies from Harbor City, actually, IE homie. There was me from the West Side. I know I'm forgetting a few homies. I just can't think of it. I just can't think. Oh, the homie from Inglewood, of course. One of the homies from IE, he was funny, man. Me, him, and Cartoon were kind of road dog. I don't remember who he was from, but he was one of those homies that were straight Mexican with pocho. The way he talked, you know what I'm saying, it was fucking clever. We'd always play Pinochle. He liked to gamble more. You know, we always, but dude, I'm telling you, homies, like, I had fun, bro, in prison sometimes, you know? I really did. This was a good time, bro. This was before the dark time, before 4 yard, where it changed for me. This was a fun yard, bro. And me and Cartoon were gonna sell up, because I had moved because I wanted a lower bunk. Because I had moved to get a lower bunk. And then I don't know what happened, man. I got into the cell, and that's when I transpacked, right? But when I was making that transition, Cartoon said, like, hey, my celly's like 60 days, 30 days, 30, 40 something days to the house. We'll sell up. I'm like, fuck it, all right. I was going to give up the fucking the Cadillac, the lower bunk for the homie. That's my road dog. So we were going to do that. So all in all, man, this was a good time in Pleasant Valley, C-Yard. So it's pretty much all I got. Just a good time on this yard. My next one of these will be, I'm gonna talk about the Tehachapi, just a whole. So as I do it, respect to the north, respect to the south. A moment of silence for the alcoholic and addict who still suffers. Peace.